Hello viewers, welcome back. Today we shall have a discussion on roles of manager. So in any organization, a manager has to manage certain things and has to play more than one roles at a time. So subjected to the scope of study of this particular subject, we have a brief syllabus, and with respect to that there are 10 roles a manager has to play in organization, and sometimes he has to play more than one roles at a time. So considering these aspects, the 10 roles are majorly classified into three categories, and among them first one is interpersonal roles. There are three interpersonal roles a manager has to play. First one among this is called as figurehead. Next one is a leader. The third type of interpersonal role a manager has to play is a liaison. Among the 10 roles, the second category what a manager has to play is called as informational roles. So in this there are three types of roles a manager has to play, and the first one is a role of a monitor. Second one is a role of a disseminator. And third one is a role of a spokesman. The last set of roles, which are more important than any other roles in any organization, is decisional roles. In these decisional roles, there are four variants. The first one is a role of an entrepreneur. Second one is a role of a disturbance handler. Third one is a role of a resource allocator. And fourth one, the most important, is a role of a negotiator. So these are the 10 roles a manager has to play in any organization. They are broadly classified into three categories: interpersonal roles, 3 types; informational role, 3 types; and decisional roles, 4 types. Let us have a look at these individual roles one by one. First one among the interpersonal roles is a figurehead. This type of role are the duties of ceremonial nature, maybe inauguration, or maybe meeting important delegates, or maybe extension of an existing department of a organization is done by a figurehead, and most of the time we call it as a managing directors, or some of the organizations will have a separate representative for such kind of things, and it is called as figurehead role. This type of role played by a manager will usually involve in greeting certain dignitaries during the formal visits, or during the board meetings, or different chair meetings, etc. So other than this, the figurehead has a role or responsibility to attend various other meetings that is set up by the organization. And after the meeting, sometimes it is necessary for the representative of a company to join the lunch or dinner or any other parties with the important customer. So the person who is in charge of these particular duties may be called as a figurehead of the organization. The second type of interpersonal role is a role of a leader. So the major contribution what a leader does to any organization is to motivate and encourage the employees, giving them moral support, or building up the confidence, working as a team member along with them, not just dictating or directing the orders and sitting at one place and watching them work. That is not what a leader does. A leader will direct them and also be a part of the team, and continuously motivate and uplift the enthusiasm of the team or the organization. Along with this, a manager, while playing a role of a leader, has to reconcile the individual needs. What are the requirements of his subordinate, whether his working environment is making him happy, whether his work shift, work timings, work nature involved, work surroundings, all these things, whether the employee of the organization is happy or not, a leader has to consider these things, keeping in view of organizational goals. So just because an employee needs something, the leader cannot go on providing the things. he also has to keep the organizational goals in mind. So keeping these things in mind, a leader has to reconcile the individual needs. Next one is the role of a liaison. The major part of a manager in the role of this liaison is to develop or cultivate various contacts, maybe from the top level till the bottom level, or maybe from the different organization, whatsoever it is. He has to cultivate the contacts outside his vertical chain of command. So cultivating the contacts outside his vertical chain of command. That is, maybe he has to report to his project lead or the team lead or the director for completing certain tasks that is assigned to him formally, but informally he has to bypass certain chain and has to cultivate the contacts outside the organization, which is very important for the growth of any organization. So to collect the useful information for the organization. So what is the purpose of developing these contacts? Maybe the person outside the organization will help the organization in one or the other way. Something useful that person might have for the organization. So this is where the cultivating contacts are much more essential than any other roles. The second set of roles what a manager has to play is the informational roles, and here the first type is the role of a monitor. So a monitor has to scan the environment, keep on seeing what are the changes that are occurring in the working environment, whether the existing things in the working environment are proper, whether they are meeting as per the requirement of the clients, meeting the requirements of the employees. All these things has to be scanned by the role of a monitor. He also has to integrate with his liaison format. He has to cultivate the contacts, and also he has to make sure that the liaison role played by one particular manager is being achieved or not, whether that person is actually cultivating the contact or not. This has to be done by a monitor, but in some of the organization, liaison and monitor will play the roles together or might be played by a single person. Then this monitor has also received some unsolicited information. There might be certain crucial information that might help the growth of the organization. Within the organization or outside the organization, there might be some crucial information that has to be extracted from time to time, and it has to be a continuous process. So these things has to be done by the monitor, and also there might be certain rumors that will be taking place about the organization. The monitor has to take care of these things. He has to discuss about these rumors within the organization and see whether it is really going to create a problem for the organization. Next is the role of a disseminator. So in the role of the disseminator, he has to pass some privileged information directly to his key coordinators or key subordinates. There might be some of the things in the organization which everybody does not have an access. Only the manager will have access to certain things, and his subordinates will not have access to certain roles, certain tasks, or certain documents, or certain facilities within the organization. In the role of the disseminator, what a manager can do is he can directly assign the tasks to his key subordinates. So this passing of privileged information with or without the approval from the higher authorities for the benefit of the organization, it is done in the role of disseminator. Third type of informational role is spokesman. So he has to represent the organization before various groups, maybe the union, or maybe the press, or maybe the media, or maybe the social networking, whatsoever it is. He has to represent the organization, or sometimes he may have to meet the government officials for renewing of the licensing or upgrading of the existing product license, or upgrading of the existing manufacturing license, or renewal of the existing firm license, or whatsoever. This person may have to meet the government officials. Along with that, As a spokesman, a manager has to meet his labor unions and see whether the requirements of the labor union is being met or not. And also, as a spokesman, he has to meet various financial institutions, maybe finance companies, maybe banks, or maybe government subsidiaries, or maybe certain central or state government facilities, which is financially related for the support of this organization. He has to arrange meetings with these people. So that is what a spokesman will be doing. Also, he will have to meet the suppliers and see whether the things that are necessary are being supplied or not. He may have to check on the quality or may have to seek information about the recent launches that are available. Also, along with that, he has to interact with the customers and make sure that their needs are being fulfilled. What exactly the customer is expecting, he has to make sure that organization is providing it to the customer. These are the things what a spokesman has to do and report it to his higher authorities. The next type of roles that a manager has to play are four important roles. These come under the category called as a decisional roles. And the first one is the role of a entrepreneur. Entrepreneur does not always mean he has to start a new business. As a role of an entrepreneur in an organization, what a manager has to do is proactively look for innovation, because we know the saying very well now that either we have to innovate or we have to evaporate. So for the betterment of the organization, a manager has to play a role of the entrepreneur by proactively looking for innovation. He or she has to create new ideas in order to achieve the organizational goals faster or to a better extent. Has to maintain the production continuously with the help of the new ideas that are developed, maybe certain changes that has to be done in the product. It has to be done, and the production has to be maintained continuously, and it has to be supplied to the customers. Second type of decisional role is the role of a disturbance handler. In this role, he has to work reactively like a firefighter. These disturbances that occur in any organization are not pre-invited. Disturbance in any organization may be losing of a harmony among the employers, maybe small conflicts or strikes, whatever are unanticipated things will happen in any organization, and as a manager, these disturbances must be handled very quickly for the betterment of any organization. So while playing the role of a disturbance handler, a manager has to work very reactively like a firefighter. He has to make quick and useful decisions. Otherwise, the small disturbance that has occurred may lead to a bigger problem. Along with this, he has to solve some various unanticipated or unforeseen problems. Maybe the employee union is going for a strike. He has to make sure that why the strike is occurring and go for a better deal and avoid such strikes. Or maybe suddenly a major important customer will go bankrupt overnight and the customer does not have any option available for making the payments. In such cases, it will affect the market of the company and the company growth might reduce. So in such cases, the quick action has to be taken in order to support that particular customer. So this is also has to be done by a disturbance handler. Sometimes a supplier who has to supply raw materials will sign a contract. Maybe that particular supplier will supply certain raw materials for certain amount of time, and a contract has been signed and the supplier will not fulfill that particular contract. There is a breaking of chain with respect to the supply of these raw materials. With respect to that, the production line will suffer and immediately the contract has to be re-engaged. Okay, the contract has to be re-engaged, or maybe a different supplier has to be found. in such a short notice. This has to be done by the disturbance handler. The next type of decisional role is called as a resource allocator. What this resource allocator has to do is divide the human resource, divide the work, take a big work, divide it into small chunks of pieces and give it to the people who are very good at it. Find the people who are very good at it and distribute the work among these people. Delegate authority among the subordinates. A manager cannot take care of each and everything. He will further assign responsibility to different peoples in the organization or within his department to take care of certain smaller things. So this is where he is delegating authority to take complete control of a small part of organization to his subordinate, and those people who have the authority will report to this resource allocator for any changes that are required. So as a resource allocator, a manager will decide who will get what. The last type of role a manager has to play, which is very important, is called as a role of a negotiator. So this is the last type of decisional role. As a negotiator, he has to negotiate with the union leaders on the issue of strike. Usually strikes are supported by the union leaders. Employees don't make strikes on their own. With the support from the union leaders, they will step into the strike. And this negotiator, instead of negotiating with the employees, they have to directly pre-anticipate that strike is going to happen, invite the union leaders for a meeting, see what is their demand, and if possible try to fulfill their demand and avoid the strike that is going to occur in the future. So this is where the union members and the negotiator will play a important role. Also, certain employees will have grievances with respect to certain working policies, and this has to be addressed properly by a proper channel, and as a negotiator he has to work with these things properly. So major organizational functions of planning and organizing, whatever are present, it has to be taken care properly, and in the stages of planning and organizing itself, a negotiator has to involve his ideas in order to avoid the problems that are occurring in the future. So that's all we have got in this particular lecture.